My name is Cecilia de Macker. I'm 39 years old and I live in Visby, a little town on Gotland, with my husband and my daughter Sofia, 6 years old, and my little daughter Saga, she's almost 1.
My name is Stefan. I'm 39 years old and live outside of Stockholm with my family. My family is my wife. I have 2 kids, 1.5 years old and 5.5 years old.
The Swedish birth rate is one of the highest in the EU. It is a common view that in the developed world, the birth rate and economic situation of a country go hand in hand. But that doesn't seem to tell the whole story. Germany, for instance, as the economic superpower of Europe, has been struggling with a low birth rate for 40 years. What kind of services society provides for families with small children seems an important part of the puzzle. Back in Sweden, the birth rate is actually on the rise.
We get up around 7 o'clock every morning and go down and have some breakfast together with the family. My wife normally goes to work around 7:30. Hopefully we have managed to have breakfast before that. After that I take the kids, prepare them, dress them up, take the big one to preschool. That's pretty much our everyday morning routine.
Over 80% of children attend daycare, officially preschool, from ages 1 through 5. Preschool is heavily subsidized and considered essential for most families juggling work and family life.
The reactions from my husband when he's at home has been both good and bad. He loves it, and then sometimes it's difficult, and I think that's good for both of us to see that domestic life isn't all just drinking coffee during the day when your children are playing.
The Swedish parental benefit compensates either parent to stay home with their child for approximately 1.5 years. 60 days of this must be taken by the second parent or the benefit is lost. The number of Swedish fathers taking paternal leave and the amount of time they take is increasing. Still, it is most common in the Stockholm area and in families with higher levels of education and income.
I've been living in Sweden for about 13 years now. Originally, I'm born and raised in Belgium. I had the chance to be at home with Sofia when she was about 1.5 years old, and I was at home with her 8 months. If I would have lived in Belgium, as a father, I wouldn't be included in that picture.
First of all, I think it's very important that the dad gets to know the kids even more and spend a lot of time with them. And then also to share the responsibility of packing the things, giving them food, putting them to sleep and other things.
The good thing with Sweden, as I experienced, and one of the reasons I moved here, is that we pay quite a lot of taxes, but we get a lot of public service for it. And that makes life really easier for me.
Other services during parental leave, like public preschool, a kind of drop-in playtime, is often part of the daily routine.
You can go there pretty much any time you like to be with your kid as they play with other kids. And the parents also get to meet other parents with the same situation.
Once parents have both gone back to work, what happens when children get sick?
In Sweden we have the parental benefits that we can use when our children are sick, for example. And we usually, when one of the children has to stay home, we'll check our calendars and see who has, well, the least busy schedule and can stay at home.
We have been lucky so far, and Sofia hasn't been very ill, but normally we share it. And sometimes I work half the day and Stefan half the day. Depends on which meeting he has and which classes I have.
Benefits and economic factors aside, cultural aspects also come into play. In Sweden, parental leave for both mother and father is broadly accepted and even encouraged, not the least by the government, which even awards an equality bonus to families who share parental leave equally.
Right now we're sharing the weeks, actually. So my husband works 3 days and I work 2 days. And that's how we're going to do it for a while until our little girl can start daycare.
My employer has an official standpoint that they encourage moms and dads to stay home with the kids. They think that's good for the individual, and everything that's good for the individual always makes them better at work. So They encourage us to stay home. It's just positive.
It's also very easy to be a father and taking responsibility for your children if many people have the possibility to do it, because it's part of everyday life for everybody. And when many people get this opportunity, it's nothing weird or something like that.
To be quite honest, it's hard for me to imagine what life would be like if we didn't have these kind of advantages that we have. I guess they would have to have help from someone, maybe a nanny or something like that, just to cover the everyday needs of our family life.
In many other countries it wouldn't have been possible for me. It sounds like a commercial almost. I don't want it to be like that, but that's the truth, actually.